All right, I think we're live. Okay. I apologize. I don't know why OBS crashed. Whatever. But we are live. We're doing StreamYard. This is our backup. So it's always nice to have something backup. I won't be able to play my sound effects on here, at least not a lot of them. So thanks for bearing with me. Appreciate it. 1-2 strikes to Bryce Harper in the pitch, and that is fouled away. All right, good. Harper leading off, hit Harper. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. I'm good. 1-2 strikes in the pitch, and that is fouled away. I hope I'm live. Okay, good. We're live. Yeah. Apologize again about the technical difficulties. OBS crashed. I don't know why. It still isn't working. But we're using StreamYard. Pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over to left field, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder, Matt Wallner, for out number 1. I got an ad, says the Battle of Gettysburg. Well, that means that it's working, so that's good. All right, so Harper flied out. Yeah. What's going on, man? Apologize. So we got a new setup. I don't really want to repeat myself. OBS did not work for me, so we're using StreamYard instead, and we had to scramble last minute. So if people do ask me in the chat what happened, just tell them that I wasn't able to use my usual stream. So the ball is 1 strike in the pitch, and that's taken for strike 2. What happened? My stream crashed. If you didn't see that, so that's what happened. So I had to improvise. Yeah. The ball is 2 strikes, and the pitch to Bohm, swing and a miss. Chased after a high fastball, and there's 2 away. All right, at least we can replay the chats. No score, top of the 4th, 2 outs, nobody on, and the Phillies are up to bat. The pitch, fly ball hit out over to right field, and Kepler will get under it, and I'll make the grab for out number 3. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Wow, so unprofessional of you, JJ. Yeah, let me just walk out of my stream and just stop streaming because I didn't feel like it. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. No, the program I use, it's called OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, crashed. So, all right. So this is going to limit us. I'm not going to be able to play all my sound effects. Not going to be able to play any of the fireworks or anything like that. So, but we're doing this. This is our backup, and everybody needs backup, as Buzz Lightyear would say. Thank God I'm back. What, you thought I was dead? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's nice. The man was trying to hold you back is what I believed. Back to old school, yes, sir. The Twins will win this. We got 50 people tuning in. If you guys want us to win on here on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. Let's see if I can make a quick, what do you call it? What's it called? A quick overlay. That was the word I was looking for. Can JJ make a very quick overlay and let people know what people are tuning into? That's a great question. We'll see. Paul George is a 6-er, and we'll use this overlay. This one's kind of nice. Make a copy. We'll do this as we speak. Phillies versus Twins. If I can spell, play by play with JJ. Usually don't do that. All right, we'll just label it as that. Download, add the overlay once it shows up. if it shows up. You know, Carlos Santana is 8th on the all-time switch hitting home runs list. I did not know that. That's a cool trivia question. The pitch. And that is taken for a ball. If this will upload. Come on, man. 1 ball, no strikes. In the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And they say no. Over at third base. So we were still pitching. There's no score. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies have not been able to do anything offensively. And the 2-0 delivery is popped up and hit towards the third base side and foul ground. Realmuto calls off Bohm, and he will make the catch. And there's one away. I don't know why this isn't downloading. Maybe there is something wrong with the internet. I don't know. That's weird. One out, bottom of the 4th. With nobody on. And the pitch is wide for a ball. Why isn't this loading? I don't have Comcast, though. I have Verizon. 1-0. And that's taken low and inside for ball 2. Unless they're working on a Verizon line or whatever it is. I don't know. 2 balls, no strikes. And the next pitch, ground ball hit over towards the right side. Diving stop by Stock. Gets back up and throws over to first. Got him. 2 outs. Nice play by Stott, man. Whew. It was nice. What do you mean that Twins comment? Oh, sorry. I'm doing 5 things at once. You gotta cut me some slack. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Nice play by Stott. All right, there we go. It's complete. All right. Is this gonna upload? First pitch is taken for a ball. All right, come on. Ugh. Are you kidding me? I forgot the transparent background. Always something. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. I gotta re-download it. All right. Edward Julian is up to bat. We're in the bottom of the 4th. There's 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is lined foul. And that goes out of play. Got 60 people tuning in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Appreciate you all bearing with me through these technical difficulties. Wheeler lines up, kicks, fires, and that just misses low for ball 2. If you guys really do enjoy this play-by-play, I would really encourage you all to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. You know, we go on here every single day, man, and we really try to give you the best play-by-play. 2-2, that's outside for ball 3. Not a lot of people do what we do. I don't really think that there's a lot out there, so. And we're not trying to toot our own horn, but that's the truth. Not a lot of people do what we do. And if you guys want to inspire a generation of play-by-play announcers to come on here and do what we're doing, that's why you got to hit the like button. 3-2 on the way. Strike 3 called, and Zack Wheeler gets out of the inning. And there's another 1-2-3 inning. Wheeler's been really good today. Really, really sharp. Okay. That's better. There we go. We got our overlay. Nice. Keep it there. It can be a jinx. You're funny. All right. So I had a poll question that was up there. And obviously I didn't add it back because I was scrambling. But I wanted to ask, if you were to look for one position, let me rephrase that. The Phillies have some things to do at the deadline. What is the most important position for them to upgrade in? Is it the outfield? Is it the starting pitching? Or is it the bullpen? If you just had to choose one, what's the most important? The most important right now is the outfield, in my opinion. They need another outfield bat. Plain and simple. I think that they need a Brent Rooker, a Cody Bellinger, or a Luis Robert. Now they're talking about getting maybe a platoon player. But I would like to hear from you all down below, and I'd like to hear your comments as to what you think the most important upgrade in regards to position is for the Phillies. Obviously, they can do more than one thing, and they should. But what's the most important thing? Pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Gettysburg, you're trolling. Yo, one pitch. That's fouled away. B-Rabbit says bullpen. Stevie's Girl says pitcher. I don't know what that means. Does that mean starting pitcher or bullpen? You got to be specific. I have no clue what pitcher means. 0-2 pitch. And that's taken down low for a ball. So Marsh is leading things off. It's Marsh, Castellanos, and Stott. We're in the top of the fifth. There's no score between the Phillies and the Twins. Woods Richardson's on the bump. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch to Marsh. That's fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, there it is. Strike 3 called at the knees. They need another starter, John says. I respectfully disagree with that. That's not the most important position that they need. They need an outfielder. They need another bullpen piece. I would prioritize both of those over a starting pitcher. You had 4 guys that had under a 3 ERA that could have all made the case to be all-stars. Why would you need a 5th starter? Unless you think something's wrong with Ranger Suarez or Zack Wheeler, then maybe I can understand. But why would that be the most important? I'm just asking. 1-0, and that is grounded foul, literally right behind the plate. Richardson is on the bump. And the next pitch, and that is fouled away. Nola is a hit or miss. Nola is a hit or miss. A hit or miss. So somebody that has a 3.54 ERA is a hit or miss. 11-4 record, 120 strikeouts, and who's had a pretty good overall season. He's a hit or miss. Misunderstood. Yes, the Phillies needed an ace closer. Got you. The pitch, and that is fouled off. Ranger is fading. Ranger is just going through a slump for whatever it is. But you think, even if Ranger is struggling, the 2-2 is outside for ball 3, you actually believe that they need another starter over another bullpen piece. Nola has always been hit or miss. The pitch, ground ball hit over to third base, and the throw over to first is in time to get Castellanos. Why does Aaron Nola get so much hate on here? I never understood. He has a 3.54 ERA. I mean, the last outing, he didn't pitch so well, but the outing before that against the Dodgers, he went 6 innings, allowed 1 earned run, and had 9 strikeouts. That's pretty good. Against the Braves, he pitched fine. He went 6 innings, had 8 strikeouts, and allowed 3 runs. So if he allows 7 runs against the Dodgers and the Braves, he's looked upon as the worst pitcher. But he didn't do that. Anybody would take Aaron Nola on their team as a top pitcher. I'm just saying. The 1-1, and that is taken down low. He also had 9 strikeouts and 3 earned runs allowed against the Marlins. The 1-1, the ground ball hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first, and it's just in time for out number 3. The Phillies have only 1 hit, and we're going to the bottom of the 5th. And you honestly believe that they need another pitcher because Aaron Nola's inconsistent over a bat? That makes no logical sense to me. None. They're getting 1 hit today. This offense has been so streaky. That's not as much of a concern. Is Ranger just fatigued? They need a bullpen arm, not starting pitching. Yeah. Rangers terrible. Rangers sucks. It's the worst thing. Right now, he's in a slump. But if you're an all-star, you're not terrible. Somebody that's terrible? You want to know somebody that's terrible? How about you go look at Blake Snell this year? Blake Snell has not been good. Want somebody that's terrible? Let's I'm trying to think of somebody right now. Let's look at Kevin Gausman. Kevin Gausman has a 4.55 ERA. Kikuchi has a 4.54 ERA. Bassett has a 3.71 ERA. And yet Rangers' ERA is better than all 3 of those guys. So, yeah, he's terrible. He sucks. Bottom of the 5th. No score. The pitch. And that is taken on the outside corner for a strike. The 0-1 by Wheeler. That's fouled back. I feel like the chicken wrangler's just trolling. He's definitely trolling with me. The ball is 2 strikes. And the next one is slapped foul. The ball is 2 strikes. Wheeler kicks, delivers. And that's taken down low for a ball. And honestly, man, I'm looking at your Twins rotation. I think you take Ranger on your team over Pablo Lopez, who has a 4.86 ERA and an 8-7 record. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. And Marsh is there to make the catch. Jane, my stream crashed on OBS. We're doing something different. because OBS is not working for me. So I'm using another service called StreamYard, and we're just going to have to improvise. So I apologize. That's just how it is for tonight. I don't know what's going on with OBS. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Wallner's at the plate. And the next pitch is taken low and inside. Yeah. I know. I'm a little bit frustrated about it. But we'll get by. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Still no score, by the way. And the 1-1 is inside for ball 2. Thanks. Appreciate it. Some people, I mentioned this last night, some people actually go to sleep to this. And it's like their ASMR. 2-1. Line drive down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Castellanos will have to go over and get to it. And there is a 1-out double allowed by Zack Wheeler to Wallner. So Matt Wallner able to get on with a double. A 1-out double. No problem. I do it for y'all, man. Thanks for streaming. Couldn't find it on the radio. I got you, man. I got you. Usually our setup is a lot better, but what I'll do is after this, I'll test out OBS to see if it does work. And if it doesn't, then we'll try to test it tomorrow. We'll do a testing run. The pitch, ground ball, hit over towards first base. Harper has it, scoops it up, and tags the bag. And the second out is recorded. So we're in the bottom of the 5th. That does move the runner over to third base. And Christian Vasquez is coming up. And thank you so much for becoming a member of our channel. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it very, very much, Ann. I'll give you the applause, but that's not working. We're not going to be able to use our stream deck. All right, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. And now it's Christian Vasquez who's coming up. And he slaps this one over towards the first base side. It's gobbled up, though, by Stott, and he throws it over to first. And the third and final out is made. So Wheeler gives up a 1-out double and is able to get out of the inning. And we go to the top of the 6th. Still no score at Target Field. Phillies are in a slump. No doubt about it. It is, I expect them to bounce out of this funk. We all knew that they were going to have a down. And this technically is a down. Honestly, I'm shocked. And I'm not like trying to downplay this. But Scott Fransky, I was listening to his interview today on the Mike Missinelli podcast. But he said that, he's shocked that it's taken them this long to have this slump. And not saying that that's a good thing, because obviously you never want to go through those types of downs. But when you put it in perspective, it really does tell you as to how great this team has been all season. And the fact that it's taken them up until July 23rd. We all remember last year. We all remember the year before that. This team started off the season so bad, and the Phillies did start off the season bad, against the Braves and the Reds. But then they just went off and were destroying teams. But unlike 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and even last year, it didn't take them up until June to actually, it took them up till June to actually get some wins. So, honestly, if there is time for a slump, I guess that the time is now. But the fact that it's taken them that long is pretty impressive. So, all right, top of the 6th coming. Phillies have 1 hit tonight. Yeah, so the Phillies need to leave the season to the real dogs. Go Twins. Dude, I respect the passion. Yes, I respect the passion. And again, in case you are tuning in, apologize about the technical difficulties. I know I'm going to have to keep repeating that because people are going to be like, yo, like, what's wrong with your setup? Why is it different? I'm using StreamYard and OBS is not working. The first pitch to Rojas, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Rojas able to get on with a leadoff single. Let's see if the Phillies can capitalize on this. It was a good piece of hitting, too. According to Bet365, the odds for Schwarber to get a hit is at plus 325. That might be a good bet to take. Just saying. Pitch to Schwarber, and he swings and misses at that. The ball is one strike. We got nobody out in the top of the sixth. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. Oh, and 2 is the count. Schwarber at the plate. 1 second left on the pitch clock, and the next one is lined foul. Front Office Sports, this is totally off subject, but I follow them on Twitter because they do a good job at keeping up with media deals and all that sort of stuff. NBC Sports and Comcast, according to them, quote, are in the midst of one of the great weeks in company history between the return of NBA media rights and the Olympics. Regardless, a new quarterly earnings report detailed a series of revenue and earning declines. And there's a whole list of that in the article. To throw back over to first base, and Rojas is out. So Rojas gets picked off. Rob saying, hold up a second. And the Phillies are going to challenge this. So Rojas was over at first base. He was leaning off the bag. And did Santana tag him? I don't know, but Rojas was way off the bag. It was a good move. Rojas did a good job, though, at least extending his hand out. I don't know if they're going to have enough concrete evidence to overturn this or not. But that's definitely not what you need. You're having a hard time getting on base, and you can't make mistakes like that. I don't know. Did he get back in there? I don't know. And it's pretty close. Could have gone either way. But regardless, he can't be leading off the bag that far. So Rojas is still standing over at first until we get a call confirmed or overturned here. So he's out, and the Phillies lose their challenge, so the call does stand, and Rojas is picked off over at first. One out. No balls, 2 strikes. To Kyle Schwarber is 0 for 2. Maybe you just had them right on the wrist. I don't know. 0-2 pitch. And that is in the dirt for a ball. Got 95 people tuning in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Still loving the season. We could have been the Stankies. I agree. 1-2, and that's low for ball 2. Overall, it's been a fun season. It has. It absolutely has been a fun season. I would not trade this season so far. 2-2 pitch. and that's fouled away. And part of the reason why is because we've had so many more people come on. Because they've been winning a lot of games. That's part of it. But also some people just love tuning in. And I'm not trading that. Two-two to Schwarber. That's taken low for ball 3. Turner waits in the on-deck circle. So there's one out, nobody on, top of the 6th. Rojas had a leadoff single, but then just got picked off by Richardson, who kicks, delivers, and the payoff pitch is served foul. Are you not entertained? Says Larry. Yeah, this season's been great. Here's the payoff to Schwarber, swing and a miss. He got fooled on the changeup and strikes out swinging. And there's 2 away. Schwarber absolutely got fooled. So now it's Trey Turner. We'll try to get a crack at it, and he looks at a strike just on the outside corner at 95 miles per hour. Oh, and 1 is the count. The next pitch, painted perfectly on the outside edge at 95 for strike 2. 117 people on here. Let's make sure that we got 117 likes. Come on, baby. The 0-2 is low. It's like everybody's timing is off. Yeah. They are. They're all off. 1-2 pitch. Nah, misses outside for ball 2. Yeah, how fun would it be to root for a team that loses like 7 guys? Spencer Strider, Ozzie Albies now, Acuna, Whit Merrifield just got hurt, and they just picked him up from the Phils. 2-2 the Turner. Fly ball hit out over to left field, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall. Turner thinking 2 will slide into second base, and the throw is in time. Man, oh man. What a play out in left field by Matt Wallner. Turner probably should have just stayed put over at first because it was hit so sharply off the wall. Wallner was there, and he just made a beautiful throw over to second. It was a good throw, but just a terrible read by Trey. So, 2 singles for the Phils and nothing to it. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. And then thanks so much for the membership. Appreciate it. Rojas would have scored. Rojas would have not scored on that play. Somebody tweeted out, Rojas is the best at getting picked off at first base after his first hit in 3 weeks. Huh, that's funny. Got 99 people tuning in. I want to make sure that y'all hit the thumbs up button and make sure that you subscribe as well. No score as we're going to the bottom of the 6th. See, with radio, I got to keep repeating that. And I hope I do. But I know that people are going to constantly come on here and ask. Done. Thanks for streaming. I got you. Got you, man. No problem. Not a problem at all. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. I know we didn't get to do our fun fact of the day because of all these technical difficulties. Orioles are down 6-3 against the Marlins. How would you like that if the second best team is losing to one of the worst teams in baseball? Guess we're not doing that. First pitch on the way, and that's flied out towards left field. Marsh will get under it, and he'll make the grab. And there's one away. The Guardians lead at 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Sure that the Twins are not happy about that. Mets lead at 3-2 against the Yankees in the bottom of the 6th. Rays also have a 3-2 lead in the top of the 7th against the Blue Jays. Mets are playing against the Yanks. 2-1 lead for the Rangers against the White Sox. Pitch, Nets taken for a strike. Diamondbacks up 3-1 against the Royals in the top of the 4th. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch is outside for a ball. No score, bottom of the 6th, 1 out, nobody on, and the 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Reds and Braves just got postponed, so they'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Larnach, who's up to bat. And the 1-2 to Larnach, outside for ball 2. Two on the way. High for ball 3. Is that ball 3? They say it's a 2-2 count. Two pitch on the way. Ground ball it over to second base, gobbled up by Stott, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time, and there's 2 away. Come on, be nice in the chat. Come on, man. How about that throw, though, out in left field, though, by Matt Wallner? Honestly, that was a really good throw. He read that perfectly, and even Richardson was fired up after that. 2 gone, bottom of the 6th, and the pitch to Carlos Santana is taken inside for a ball. So it's 1 ball, no strikes. He's hitting .243, has 14 homers, and 44 RBI. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and there's strike 1. The 1-1 pitch, and that is taken low for ball 2. Remember, Santana was a member of the Phillies. Has a .242 lifetime batting average and 7,200 at-bats. 2-1 outside for ball 3. Ended up also getting a stolen base in last night's game and has not been caught stealing since 2018. Or 2016, actually. 3-1, ground ball foul. Started off his career, though, with the Cleveland Indians at the time. Then he played with the Phillies, and then went back to Cleveland. Then he played with Kansas City and Seattle. And he was on Pittsburgh last year and then got traded to the Milwaukee Brewers. And now he's on Minnesota. Pitch, and that's outside for ball 4. So Santana gets on with a walk. I think that's his second of the day. Regardless, he walks. Two outs, and we got a runner on over at first. And that is Carlos Santana. So now Max Kepler's coming up. He's 1 for 2. And the pitch is low. It was a curveball. Wheeler has 84 pitches. So next inning, if he gets out of this one, will probably be his last inning. Got 104 people tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. 1 ball, no strikes. A runner over at first. And the 1-0 is taken for strike one. Good curveball there by Zack. One pitch. Foul ball. Phillies are 11-14 against the Twins when it comes to playing them head-to-head. They have won the series 3 times against them, though. Won their series back in 2012, 2004, and 2019. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. How about Wheeler going with an elevated fastball? And he is able to strike out Kepler to end the 6th. Then we go to the 7th. Still no score out in Minnesota. We were looking good. We were looking great. Chicken Wrangler, your beef should not be with us. It should be with the Guardians. They're winning right now. You have bigger fish to fry. At least the Phillies are 8.5 games up in their division. Where are y'all at? Just saying. Just saying. Before you talk trash to us, maybe you should look at yourself in the mirror. That's all I'm going to say. That's like getting happy the Bulls won in the 90s. Yeah, it happened, but it was so long ago. That's funny. That's really funny. All right. Phillies and Twins are scoreless so far as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Both teams have 3 hits today, but it's all about who blinks first. The Phillies are 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position tonight, and the Twins are 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position tonight. Phillies did not even get 1 runner in scoring position last night, but Wheeler has been the bright side. He's been really, really good for the Phils today. 6 innings, and he is just cruised along. A pitching duel between him and Simeon Woods Richardson. And now Jorge Alcala is going to come in. He has a 1.72 ERA in 33 games. The pitch, up high for a ball. Wonder why they took out Simeon. The 1-0. That's inside and low for ball 2. So Harper up to bat. 3, 4, and 5 due up in the Phillies order. The 2-0 to Bryce. Ground ball pulled over towards the first base side. Gobbled up by the second baseman, and the throw over to first by Julian is in time. So in case you are just tuning in, nothing has happened offensively. We're in the top of the 7th. There's 1 out, and Bohm is up to bat. In case you are wondering, well, JJ, your stream looks different. That's because my usual provider, OBS, that's my streaming software. It's not working, so we're using a different one. The pitch, here it is. Fly ball hit out over to right field. It's looking foul, and that goes out of play. Bohm is 0 for 2. He's flied out and struck out. 0-1, though, is the count to Alec. The windup and the pitch at 100 miles per hour, and it's up high and outside. So Woods Richardson Ends the game tonight going 6 scoreless innings. The 1-1 fouled back by Bohm. Alcala is 28 years old. He's from the Dominican Republic. He's 6'3". He's 205 pounds. I was looking at when he was born. He'll have a birthday in 5 days. 1-2. Low and away. He also has a .95 whip. Did allow an earned run in his last game against the Brewers. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball it over to third. It's played on the bounce, and the throw over to first is in time. And there's 2 outs. Two gone in the top of the 7th. And nobody on base. 2 gone and nobody on. That's a play on words. Pitch. And that's low for a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, top of the 7th. And the pitch to JT is way outside for ball 2. Yeah, I usually do have a scoreboard, but unfortunately tonight I had to end my first stream because the stream that I use, it crashed. So this was my backup, and we're just going along with it. So I wanted to let you know. 2-0 pitch, and that's taken for a strike. You remember when the Phillies were watchable? Long time now. Yeah, so a team that has the best record in baseball is not watchable. I've seen you on here almost every day, so clearly you're watching them. Next pitch, and that's fouled back. Next Phillies birthday is Ranger Suarez. I didn't know that. 2-2 to JT. Ground ball hit back up the middle. Going to be a tough play for the shortstop. And the throw over to first, not in time, and actually got by. Carlos Santana goes into the camera well, and JT will be rewarded second base. So Castro, who had a throwing error in last night's game, to try to get the final out, comes up with one right there. That was not even close to Santana. Yep. You're good. Two outs. And we got a runner on over at second. Actually, JJ, I'm watching your stream more than the game. Well, you're still listening to it. I'm just saying. Two outs. The pitch. That's taken for a strike at 100 miles per hour. No score in the top of the 7th. JT's over at second base. There's no ball. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch, and that is dribbled foul. See those marsh emojis in the chat. Phillies actually have a runner in scoring position. Alcala getting ready to throw from the stretch. And the 0-2 is way up high for a ball. There we go. We got 139 people tuning in. Make sure y'all like and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Both teams combined are 0 for 5 with RISP. That's runners in scoring position. 1-2 on the way. Swung on and missed, and Marsh strikes out as he goes fishing after a pitch that goes into the dirt. And it's stretch time now in Minnesota, bottom of the 7th, which means it's time for trivia time. All right. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. And if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right. So let me know the answer to this question. On April 2nd of 1992, the Phillies traded right-handed pitcher Jason Grimsley to the Houston Astros in exchange for who? Who? On April 2nd of 1992, the Phillies traded right-handed pitcher Jason Grimsley to the Astros in exchange for who? Curt Schilling. That is correct. You got it. Curt Schilling is correct. Good job. Good job, y'all. I'm in the mood to do another one. We'll do one more. Which year did the Philadelphia Phillies acquire Jim Bunning and Gus Triendos from the Detroit Tigers? Which year was that? Gus was obviously the catcher. When did they get Gus and Bunning? What year? 1948? Incorrect. 1962. That is incorrect. 1963. That is correct. Good job. Good stuff. Good stuff. Look at my Philly members knowing their trivia. Phillies got Jim Bunning and Gus Triendos from the Tigers back in 1963. That's when it was. Thank you all for playing Phillies trivia with us. Good stuff. Usually I go on the right side of the book. I was like, I got to start doing some lefty. Yeah, I got to start looking at the left side of the book. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the order, and the pitch is chopped foul towards the first base side. Wheeler is out there for his 7th frame. Julian is struck out twice. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. Nice, great trivia. Thanks. Oh, Thelma, come on, man. Come on. You really have to be that negative. 0-2, and that's outside for a ball. Come on. One-two pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike 3, and Zack Wheeler continues to rack them up. 6 strikeouts by Zack. Here's one for you. What did Jim Bunning go on to become? I don't know. You tell me. I'm not usually one to answer the trivia questions, but I'll make an exception this time. Just because we're doing a different type of a stream. No score, bottom of the 7th, 1 out, and the first pitch to Brooks Lee is taken for a ball. An old man. That's funny. The 1-0, and that's taken in the dirt for ball 2. Senator. U.S. Senator, yes. Yes. That's a good one, though. I actually forgot about that. 2 balls, no strikes, and the 2-0 misses barely outside for ball 3. He was a senator for Kentucky? I didn't know that. Lee up to bat, and the 3-0 is outside for ball 4. And there's a 1-out walk issued by Wheeler. So he strikes out Julian, and he walks Brooks Lee. Now Matt Wallner, who had a beautiful throw over to second base to get Trey Turner out, he's up to bat. So now JT is going to go on out there to talk things over with Zack Wheeler. Wheeler has been absolutely sharp tonight. There were questions coming in about the back, and honestly, he has pitched so well. Orion Kerkering is warming up in the Phillies pen. Bunning had 7 kids? Holy smokes, I didn't know that. Learn something new every day as you do this. I did not know that. 95 pitches for Wheeler. This is clearly going to be his last inning. He could absolutely use a double play. The first pitch way inside, and I mean nearly caught the jersey. But it missed its spot, and he's thrown 5 balls in a row. No score, bottom of the 7th, 1 out, and a runner on over at first base. And the 1-0 pitch, and that is fouled away. Griffin Jax is loosening up in the Twins' pen. 1 ball, 1 strike. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And Wheeler gets set the letters and delivers from the stretch. And that is swung on and missed. It was a splitter. And that is strike 2. No runs for either team so far. And we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. If this game somehow goes to extras, there should not be a ghost runner. I know that that's happened to the Phillies once this year. They ended up losing. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Wheeler on 99 pitches. That's his 7th punch out of the day. So Matt Wallner strikes out, and now it's Austin Martin who's due up at the plate. 2 outs and the pitch way inside for ball 1. The Dodgers reportedly are now interested in Randy Arozarena. There have been talks that the Phillies may be interested in Randy as another outfielder. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way, and that's fouled off. And having to go back on over to first base is Brooks Lee. And he will. He dove into second base, and he shares a laugh with Bryson Stott. See again. Literally dove into second. Nobody was even close to the bag. Stott was running in towards home plate, but then he saw the foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 101 pitches by Wheeler. The 1-1, swing and a miss. How about the sweeper? That came in at 85 on the outside corner. Austin Martin is hitless in 2 at-bats. And time called by Martin. The most amount of pitches that Wheeler has thrown in an inning was back in the first. He had 23 pitches. Remember, Castro and Larnach put up long at-bats. 1-2 pitch, fouled away. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? Did we get to 100 likes yet? Let us know down below. Oh, we're at 78. That means that 50 of you have not hit the thumbs up button. What's wrong with y'all? 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the toss back over to first, not in time. He was diving back into first base without a tag. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate that. 78. 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball right back towards the screen. Anybody follow Mr. Beast on YouTube? 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Just missed. Not by much. 50 trolls haven't liked you, OJJ. They're only going to like if the Twins win. That's just how it goes. There's one that liked. There we go. 2-2 pitch. And that's grounded foul. What happened to the scoreboard? Bro, I've said this like 12 times. And you've been on here. Remember how my stream froze? I said that I couldn't use my original stream, so I had to use a backup. That's why. That's why there's no score. That's why my setup looks totally different. 2-2 on the way. Popped up and hit out over towards straightaway center field. And there to make the catch is Rojas for out number 3. Oh, no, we're not talking about you. You're not a troll. You're just a diehard Twins fan, and I respect that. I definitely respect that. I respect the passion. I always say, like, you know, I welcome all fans on here. I do. Just as long as you don't cross the line and aren't inappropriate. You're fine. Thanks, Twins troll. He's not a troll. He's just passionate about his team. There's a difference. Congratulations on 1,500 innings pitched, Wheeler. Oh, I thought you were going to say congratulations on 3,500 subs, JJ. But yes, congrats to Wheeler on the 1,500. Okay. I don't know why. I saw that the 1 was a 3 for some reason. All right. You're not a fan of Beauty and the Beast. Mr. Beast. Not Beauty and the Beast. I like Beauty and the Beast. Wait, hold up. You're not a fan of Beauty and the Beast? Huh. Interesting. What about the sound effects? Are they down too? Yep. Not all of them. The stuff on my roadie, I call it roadie, my roadcaster, they all work. The bell works, but everything else on my stream deck, the fireworks, the rally music, yeah, that's not working. Chicken is a real one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gettysburg, too. Top of the 8th. Phillies and Twins with no score so far. Wheeler gets high fives in the dugout. He pitched really well today. 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, and 3 hits allowed, only 2 walks allowed as well. Phillies needed that from him. The bell you'll be able to hear, just not a lot of the other ones. First pitch to Castellanos, and that's taken up high for a ball. Griffin Jacks is pitching. He has a 2.23 ERA in 44 innings. The 1-0, swing and a miss. That's going to be a 1-1 count now. So the Royals are losing. They're down 5-1. But the Guardians won, I believe. Yep, they won 5-4. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. No score, top of the 8th inning. Jack's already with 3 pitches so far. Simeon Woods Richardson got the start for the Twins. And he pitched really well, too. 1-2. That is outside and in the dirt. 140 people tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button, baby. Come on. $90 likes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Castellanos, and the 2-2 on the way, and that is fouled off. We're not going to rate somebody tonight because it's been a really weird night with our streams, and it's really late in the game. Tomorrow we will, and plus I don't really think that there's a lot of Twin streamers. I don't think there's any Twin streamers on tonight. Time called as Jax is going to have a conversation with Vasquez. You and your family sound like some natural ball players, Gettysburg. What's your last name? Well, he lied about a couple of things last night, Chicken Wrangler. He did. I'm just going to leave it at that. That he was trolling about. The Vietnam thing, that wasn't real. Tomorrow is what time? Tomorrow is July 24th. No, I'm kidding. The time for tomorrow's ball game is at 1:10 p.m. Eastern time on July 24th. 2-2 pitch. And that's slapped foul. Ooh, doctor's appointment. Put us on the radio, man. Put us on the radio. I think we should look into signing James Paxton. No, there's a reason why the Dodgers let him go. I'm not willing to take that on. 2-2 pitch to Castellanos, and he barrels that one foul. Bond. Barry Bonds. I know you said James Bond. Two-two pitch to Casty. Ground ball pulled over towards the left side, backhanded by the shortstop, and the throw over to first, and Castellanos is out by a quarter of a step. I give him credit for hustling, though. Castro able to just make a really good throw. And the out is made. That's the first out of the inning. 1:10. Ugh, that's 3 o'clock a.m. Sydney, Australia time. Pitch, and that's taken for a strike. We got a like on Facebook. How about that, man? I always forget that we stream to Facebook. If you are tuning in on any other platform, though, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. The 0-1. That is grounded foul. Stott is 1 for 2. He singled back in the third and also stole a base. The ball is 2 strikes. Jack's on the bump for the Twins. And the 0-2 pitch. Line drive off the glove of the second baseman out to right field for a base hit. Stott hit it square on the nose and is able to get on with a single. That was a rocket launched to Julian. It deflected off of his glove. I wonder what the exit velocity on that was. That came pretty fast. That was a missile. So there's a 1-out single. And Stott is now 2 for 3 today. And that's going to bring up Johan Rojas. Interested to see if he's going to bunt here or what the Phillies are going to have him do. We have time called. And it looks like the pitching coach for the Twins is going to go on out there. With 1 out in the top of the 8th. First pitch got started at 7:40 p.m. Eastern time. So this game is 2 hours and 3 minutes old. Thank you all so much for tuning in on Facebook. Appreciate it, man. My name is Jason Joseph. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I go on for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. And we also do podcasts on here as well. We will have a little recap after tonight's game, regardless if they win or lose, like we usually do. Last night, we were just recapping pretty much in the 8th inning, and it was getting really, really late. Here comes Wes Wilson, who's going to pinch hit for Johan Rojas. 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. And the first pitch is taken outside for a ball. How do we feel about that move from Rob Thompson? Was that the right move or the wrong move to take out Johan Rojas in this situation and put in Wes Wilson? The 1-0 popped up, and it's a foul ball. So no score. We're in the top of the 8th again. In case you are just tuning in, apologize about the technical difficulties. I'm usually streaming this on OBS, but it crashed on me a couple times. It's not been working tonight for some reason. and we had the scramble. So that's why there's no scoreboard. That's why there's not a lot of other things that we usually have on our streams. Throw back over to first, not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 8th. There's 1 out and a runner on over at first. Good move. The offense has been bad. I agree. The 1-1 to Wilson pops this one up over towards shallow left center field. And the shortstop is going to wave everyone off, and he's just there to make the catch. And that is good for out number 2. That was by Willie Castro. 2 gone in the top of the 8th. And there's a runner on over at first. Oh, I agree with you, Thelma. JJ, I do love you, though. I love you, too. I do. We can all disagree on things. It's beautiful. Because I can feel your passion in your body language. I love the Phillies, too, but they annoy me. They annoy me, too. They do. Oh, trust me. First pitch to Schwarber, and that's taken for a strike right down the middle. I'll tell you, this has not been fun. Watching them not score any runs. Of course you want them to score runs. I just don't think this is going to last forever, and I'm willing to be patient. But I can understand. The 0-1 pitch, and that's taken for strike 2. I understand. I get it. Schwarber tonight is 0 for 3. 0-2 pitch to Schwarber, and he just lays that one off. Check swing, though. And they say, no, he did not go. Did we get to 100 likes yet? Did we get to 100 in the chat? 98. We need 2 more to get to 100. Let's go. The 1-2 to Schwarber. Swing and a foul ball. That was way inside, and Schwarber just stayed alive. 99. 1999. That was the year after I was born. $18 pitches by Griffin Jacks. Top of the 8th, no score. A runner on over at first for the Phils. 2 outs, and the 1-2 to Schwarber. He'll flip this one over towards left center field. And on the run to make the catch is the center fielder, Austin Martin, and the inning is over. So the Phillies strand another runner over at first base, and Christian Vasquez will lead things off in the bottom of the 8th. No score at Target Field. JJ, who you think the Phillies should pick up? I want us to go after an outfielder. I've been preaching that over these last 4 streams. I definitely want another outfielder. And Mike Green. I'm getting off topic here, but do we know if Mike is okay? Like, I'm actually really, really worried about Mike. He's not been on here for like a couple of weeks. Like, is he actually okay? Did he pop in like yesterday? Did I miss him? I was going to say that Mike would laugh at me because for a while I said that we didn't need another outfielder, and I still agreed with where I stood, but now I see that we do need another outfielder. Frankie, what's up, Frankie? How you doing? I haven't seen you on there in a while, man. A hitting outfielder, yeah, I agree. But do we know if Mike is okay? I really would like to know. I know he was like in the hospital like a couple of weeks ago, but Mike, if you are tuning in, man, prayers to you, bro. Didn't Mike have a personal issue he mentioned? Yeah, he said he was in the hospital a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, it's the last I heard. Who's my best player? Who's the Phillies' best player? Who's the best player on the market? The best player on the Phillies this year is I'd still say the best player is Bohm. Alec Bohm, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, and Zack Wheeler are the top 4. Jeff Hoffman's going to pitch the bottom of the 8th. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. This season, are we talking about this season, Chicken Wrangler? Who's the best player on Thursdays? Today's Tuesday, not Thursday. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. I appreciate that, man. Christian Vasquez is up at the plate. Remember, there's no score. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Again, in case you are just tuning in, I don't have my usual setup because we have had problems with OBS today. So that's why we're on StreamYard. That's why we don't have the score up. That's why our setup is different. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th. Hoffman gets set and delivers. And that's in the dirt for ball 3. Bohm has been the MVP this season of the Phillies. Yep, he has. 3-1 on the way. Way up high for ball 4. And there's a leadoff walk. If we're talking about the season in totality, Bohm has been the best player. He just has. He's been their clutch player with runners in scoring position, and he has delivered time and time again. Over 70 RBI and a 295 average. That's pretty good. You think I know what day of the week it is? I think you do. I didn't know if you got mixed. I didn't know if sometimes autocorrect happens, Larry. You know this better than that. You know this better. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't mean like that. You guys know better. That autocorrect sometimes says Tuesday and not Thursday. Or Thursday or vice versa. Pitch, and that's taken for a strike. 0-1, swing and a miss. And now it's an 0-2 count. What's the Phillies manager's name? That's funny. Willie Castro's up to bat. He's hitless in 3 at-bats tonight. So Zack Wheeler started for the Phils and did a very good job. He went toe-to-toe with Simeon Woods Richardson. The ball is 2 strikes, and the 0-2 on the way. Swung on and missed, and Hoffman gets the first strikeout of the inning, and there's 1 away. Great pitch by Hoffman. One out. And a runner on over at first, and the toss back is not in time. Who do you think the Phillies are going to go to in the bottom of the 9th? Comment down below. If Hoffman gets out of this inning with a clean inning. The pitch, that's swung on and missed for strike 1. The throw back over to second base by JT is not in time. JT didn't have the best throw there, but the Phillies may look at this. Turner tagged him on the back leg and robs his play on. So it's a 1-0 count. Larnach is up to bat. JT knew that the runner was going to go. And Turner just missed the tag. But even still, the throw wasn't the best by JT. Hit the $sign next to the chat box. Yeah, that's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. Oh, Thelma, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so there's a $sign right next to the live chat. And that's how you donate. 0-1, and that is taken for strike 2. Trevor's 0 for 3. He's flied out twice, and he's also grounded out as well. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 0-2 on the way. Low. Decided to go with a splitter that time, and it's now a 1-2 count. Matt Fisher says, hopefully the Phillies go with Gregory Soto and not Jose Alvarado in the bottom of the 9th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, another splitter that's in the dirt. Ba-da-da-dum-ba-dum. Charge! I can't play the sound effects, so I have to make my own. It's wild. All right, no score. Bottom of the 8th. Runner on over at second. Twins are up to bat. The 2-2 pitch barely misses inside. And that's going to make the count full. Carlos Santana waits in the on-deck circle. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk and a strikeout. And then on deck is Max Kepler. The 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Fly ball hit out to right field. It is a foul ball, thank goodness. Did we get to 100 likes yet? I missed it. Did we reach the century mark? We did. Let's go, baby. Awful auto. Oh my gosh. Awful auto. Joan Duran is warming up. And of course, he's the closer for the Twins. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the payoff pitch is low for ball 4. And Larnach gets on with a walk. Midlife card crisis. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it very, very much. So now Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to talk things over with Jeff Hoffman here. And they're going to try to figure out how to approach Carlos Santana. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Hoffman already with 15 pitches. Hoffman has actually faced the Twins twice. And that was last year. He pitched 2 innings, allowed just 1 hit. And didn't allow a run. Now comes Carlos Santana, who's 0 for 2. He walked back in the 6th. Soto is warming up in the Phillies bullpen in case this gets out of hand. 1 out, 2 runners on, and the first pitch to Santana, he takes a slider all the way for strike 1. I'm surprised he took it. It was almost right down the pipe. The ball's 1 strike. Hoffman takes a quick breath, and he'll deliver from the stretch, and it's inside. Chicken makes my Wranglers upset. Oh, no. Oh, no. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runners on, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. And the 1-1 pitch fouled back towards the screen. Lance Lynn just joined an elite club of active pitchers with his 2,000th career strikeout tonight, if anybody is interested in that. The 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on. The 1-2 pitch, and we'll do it again. It's a foul ball. Eagle Auto says time for a double play. By the way, Santana hitting .233 with runners in scoring position and has 6 homers and 34 RBI on the season. The 1-2 to Santana. On the outside corner for a called strike 3. Santana stared at the slider all the way, and Hoffman gets his second out of the inning via strikeout. That is crazy. Oh, are you watching me on Facebook? Thanks so much for coming on here, midlife card crisis. Appreciate it, man. All right, 2 outs, 2 runners on in the bottom of the 8th, and Rob Thompson is going to make a change. He's going to go with Soto against Kepler because of the lefty on lefty. Oh, boy. This should be very interesting. And Hoffman not happy. Is being taken out here. Just he shakes his head. And we have a pitching change. I don't agree with this move. I got to be honest. I'm taking my play-by-play announcer cap off for a second. Just because it's a lefty on lefty, I'm not taking Hoffman out. It's not Alvarado, it's Soto. I don't agree with this. I don't like this either, Rome. Yeah, I think you have to keep Hoffman in. I don't know why. I mean, I know why he's doing it, but this is where the eyeball test comes into, for me. This is where you get rid of the analytics. And to me, you go with the eye test. So, let's hope it works. 162 people tuning in. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. If you're tuning in on Facebook, come on over to YouTube if you'd like. This is where we read all our comments. Hoffman came in what inning? It's the 8th. We're still in the bottom of the 8th. There's 2 outs and 2 runners on. Now, Soto did face Kepler a little bit when Soto played for the Tigers. So maybe, just maybe, let's take a look at this. Kepler is 4 for 12 against him. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens here. He has a 3.31 ERA, Soto. And the pitch, and that's taken down low for a ball. It's not analytics, but it's become a part of the analytic approach. As weird as that sounds. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is low for ball 2. They try to check his swing to see if he went, and he did not. Two balls, no strikes, and time called by Kepler. Soto gets set at the belt, kicks, fires, and that is going to hit the backstop, and the throw over to third base by JT, and Bohm dropped it. Oh, man. Dropped it. I don't know if he would have had him out over at third or not. But that was a big play. It's a 3-0 count, and there's 2 runners in scoring position. Let's take a look at this again. It got by JT, hit the backstop. He made a throw over to third, and Bohm, I think he took his eyes off the ball. Looked like it was a good throw, and he probably wouldn't have had him, but he dropped it right in front of him. The scoring decision is a wild pitch. 3-0 on the way inside for ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. So bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And Kepler gets on with a walk, and now Julian is coming up, at least his spot. And now it's going to be Jeffers who comes in to pinch hit, and Baldelli's going to make a chess move. I'm with you, Cody. You can't put Soto in this spot. So Jeffers is coming up. He's hitting 167 with the bases loaded. And there's one career grand slam. So now time is called. JT's going to talk to Soto here. Interested to see how they approach Jeffers. All right, so Jeffers is coming up. Wonder if he'll catch the 9th inning. Still can't see if Joan is still warming up. I think he took a seat. First pitch, and that's low and misses inside as well for ball 1. So still no score. We're in the bottom of the 8th, but the bases are loaded with 2 outs for the Twins. Jeffers up to bat. 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch, that's taken for a strike all the way at 97 miles per hour. Jeffers, as a pinch hitter, is 3 for 9 with a double, a homer, and an RBI, and 2 strikeouts. The 1-1 delivery just misses outside at 97. Hmm. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, way outside again for ball 3. And Soto's having a hard time at finding the strike zone here. Twins fans on their feet. Soto trying to get out of the jam. The 3-1 to Jeffers. Swung on, grounded over to third, and Bohm's going to tag the bag for out number 3 by force. Bases left loaded, and we go to the top of the 9th, and Soto somehow, someway gets out of the inning. Turner, Harper, and Bohm due up when we return. You can take a quick breath. Wow. Wow. All right, top of the 9th coming up. Turner, Harper, and Bohm are due up. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Why would he swing? I guess he thought that was his pitch. I don't know. Yeah. The game's about capitalizing on mistakes, and I'm sure the Phillies are going to say thank you. Topper, you're still not off the hook. We don't forget. Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Cody. I actually have to agree with you on that. I don't know why you take Hoffman out of that situation. Yeah, it's a lefty on lefty, but read the room. He just had a big strikeout against Santana, and guess where he was batting? Lefty. All right. Top of the 9th coming up. My name is Jason Joseph. Again, I wanted to apologize. I know that we are not using OBS today, so our setup is different. We are using StreamYard. For some reason, OBS is not working. Charge! I can't play my sound effects either. I can play some of them, but not the charge. Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is that Soto could have been used for extras. Now you're going to have to rely on Strom and Alvarado if there are lefties. So, but let's see those Trey Turner emojis in the chat. Come on. Can't believe you swung either. Joan Duran is going to pitch the top of the 9th. It is not a save situation. How about Bohm making a nice play to end the inning? And the bases were left loaded. Or is Jack's going to pitch the 9th? No, it's going to be Joan Duran. Okay. So Duran has a 2.84 ERA, 31 strikeouts, and 31 2/3. All right. First pitch to Trey, way inside at 87. Defensively, Jeffers comes in to catch. And Castillo will be playing over at third. Buxton was used as a pinch runner as the next pitch is taken for a strike. He does not enter into the ball game, though. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch to Trey. 101, and it misses just a bit outside. Makes the count now 2-1. The pitch to Turner. Swing and a miss. He got a splitter at 99 miles per hour. That may have been the fastest splitter that I've ever seen in my entire life. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This guy is stuff. The 2-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over to right field. It was at 101 miles per hour. Getting under it to make the catch is Kepler, and there's 1 away. So a fly out to right field, and Turner is retired. And now it's Bryce Harper coming up. Who do the Phillies go to in the bottom of the 9th now? Is my question. Comment down below. A 99 mile per hour splitter. I've never seen that before. Comes Harper, who's 0 for 3, and the first pitch, that's at 102, and it was just high. See those Harper emojis, baby? Marte's going to pitch the bottom of the 9th. Oh, man. 1 ball, no strikes to Harper. And the next pitch, he got a curveball, and he swings and misses at it. It was inside as well. I think you got to go with Strom, too. Got lefties coming up, so. The pitch on the way to Harper. And he takes a curveball low for ball 2. It is Matt Strom warming up in the bullpen. Wes Wilson's playing left field. Marsh slides out to center. 2-1 on the way. Line drive it down the left field line. It's a fair ball. It goes all the way towards the corner, and Harper will jog on into second base with a 1-out double. All right, let's go. Don't have Stubbs pitch the 9th. But nope, it is Strom. Strom is warming up in the pen, and Harper able to get on with an opposite field double, so that's pretty big. That was nice. And now Bohm is coming up. He's 0 for 3 tonight, but has a chance to right the ship here. A 1-out double by Harper the opposite way. That was clutch. And now here comes Alec Bohm. Duran gets set at the belt, kicks, fires, and it's outside for ball 1. The hit by Harper was at the pitch was thrown at 101 miles per hour, and he still was able to double down the line. 1 ball, no strikes. Harper at second. He takes a big lead, and the 1-0 misses down low for ball 2. Good eye by Bohm. I'm surprised that they're pitching to him, to be honest with you. 2 balls, no strikes to Alec Bohm, and the next pitch, he stares at a curveball that's at the knees for strike 1. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Phillies play tomorrow at 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time. No score here in the top of the 9th. Bohm is up to bat. Harper's at second. 1 out. The 2-1 offer in the Bohm, and he takes it up high for ball 3. Duran has a 2.84 ERA and 31 strikeouts as well, along with 15 saves. 3 balls, 1 strike to Bohm. And here's the 3-1 offering inside and high for ball 4. And that's going to put 2 runners on base, and JT Realmuto is coming up to bat. So with Strom warming up in the pen, my other question to you, as we have a timeout called, Does Harper go in this at-bat here? Does Harper go to third? What do you think about that? Well, still 1 out, top of the 9th, no score, 2 runners on base. Runners over at first and second. And again, this usually isn't our stream, or this isn't usually our setup, but we had to make do because the software that I usually use, OBS, is not working. So usually I show the scores on there. I have a totally different setup. So, yes. Larry says no. Snooter says no, you don't go here. Don't send Harper. Okay. Here comes JT Realmuto. 1 out, top of the 9th. If there were 2 outs, would you do it? 3 seconds left in the pitch, and that's taken on the inside corner for strike 1. JT is 1 for 2. He's gotten on base twice. He is singled and walked. Has a chance to be a hero here for the Phils. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out, and time called by Duran. The chat says no. Chat says... Oh, that's beautiful. The ball is 1 strike. JT chokes up on the bat, and the 0-1 is inside. A splitter at 97. I can't believe that that's how fast a splitter is. That is, like, got to be the fastest splitter that you're ever going to see. One ball, 1 strike. Bohm over at first. Harper at second. No score. Top of the 9th. 1 out. JT at the plate, and the 1-1 barely misses. That curveball was just inches inside. JJ asked the Magic Conch, what should we do now, Magic Conch? Nothing. 2 balls, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. Barely misses again outside for ball 3. Great eye by JT. I mean, he's not even flinching, and yet these pitches are so close. Like, so close. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Realmuto outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks allowed by Joan Duran. That at-bat was incredible by JT. He deserves a round of applause for that. That may have been his best at-bat of the season. That was clutch. Marsh is coming up to the plate, and Jeffers was looking to throw over to third. Harper was going, but it was a ball anyways. So now Marsh is up to bat with the bases loaded. Just a deep fly ball will do in this situation. All right, bases juiced. The first pitch to Marsh, and he takes it inside. It's a curveball at 88 miles per hour. Marsh is 2 for 7 this season with the bases loaded. Harper at third, Bohm at second, Realmuto at first. Infield playing in for the Twins. The 1-0 to Marsh. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field. And it'll be deep enough to score Harper. The catch is made, the throw is drawn, and the Phillies take the lead 1-0. That Zack fly was huge by Brandon Marsh. I thought maybe they had a chance to go into the alleyway and drop in for a hit. But now Castellanos is coming up, and the Fightin' Phils take a 1-0 lead. The first pitch to Casti, outside and low for a ball. And again, give JT credit in that last at-bat, because Harper doesn't get over to third if he doesn't take that walk. All right, can the Phillies get another run here? 1 ball, no strikes to Castellanos. 2 outs, the pitch, and that's low for ball 2. And Joan Duran has missed his spots. 2 balls, no strikes. Strom is warming up again in the bullpen, and he'll pitch the bottom of the 9th. So runners still at first and second. The 2-0 to Casti. That's right down the pipe at 101. Strom is warming up again. He'll have to face Lee, Wallner, and Martin. That is 6, 7, and 8 due up. The 2-1 pitch. And that is taken just at the knees, barely for strike 2. And Castellanos, not happy with the call. He calls for time now. That honestly was a ball. Just barely. This home plate umpire, Will Little's been great. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. The 2-2 delivery. Just laid off. Great take by Casti. And the count is full. They're doing everything right here. This is called great plate discipline. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch to Casti. Line drive hit to right field for a base hit. This will get 1 runner home. It's Bohm. Bohm says come home. And the Phillies take a 3-0 lead as JT scores. An opposite field 2-run double by Nick Castellanos. And they're all fired up. The biggest at-bat of the season for Casti, and he comes through. And now it's Bryson Stott who's coming up to the plate. The Phillies take a 3-0 lead. 2 outs still in the top of the 9th. And now the Twins have some action in their bullpen. I mean, Duran just does not have his stuff tonight, clearly. So Duran is going to call for time here. And up to bat is Bryson Stott. The funny part about it is that if the home plate umpire, Will Little, called the previous pitch a ball, Casti doesn't get that 2-run double. I think Baldelli's going to go out there. It looks like he's seen enough. And the Twins are going to make a pitching change just like that. So the Phillies are up 3-0. And we're still in the top of the 9th. This has been quite a long inning for the Fightins. Let's go. Oh, man. 230 people tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe again. I apologize that OBS did not work for us tonight. So our usual setup looks very, very different because we're using StreamYard. Phillies lead 3-0. So, all right. So yeah, OBS did not work for us tonight. I have to figure that out. I have to figure out why it didn't work. I can't wait to figure that out. We need this game. What's up, JJ? What's up, Tony, man? How about that at-bat by Castellanos? That was clutch. I can't lie about that. They definitely needed that. And the funny part is that Will Little actually did the Phillies a solid because, again, it's a 3-1 count if that previous pitch was called a ball. So if the 2 pitches before the base hit, he called that pitch a ball. So would have just been bases loaded. JT and Casti were so clutch. And honestly, Harper, man, can't forget about that double by Bryce and the walk 2 by Bohm. But the big at-bat was JT, man. I mean, not even flinching at some of these close pitches. That is good for him. Good for him, man. All right. Phillies have scored all 3 of their runs in the top of the 9th. There was no score heading into the 9th inning. There's still 2 outs, and Castellanos is over at second base. Had the 2-run double to give the Phillies some insurance. And Ronnie Henriquez is going to go out there to pitch for the Twins. So this is his 3rd game of the season. Has not allowed an earned run so far. Opponents are batting 182 against him. And this will be his 4th inning or his 3rd inning of work. 137 likes. Let's go. Let's get to 200 by the end of this. Bryson Stott's up to bat. 3-0 Phils. A runner on at second. The first pitch to Stott, and he pops it up. Hit out over towards the third base side in fair territory. And under it to make the grab is Brooks Lee, but the damage is done. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Matt Strom will pitch, and he'll have to go up against Lee, Wallner, and Martin. I think we just jinxed the plate discipline. I mean, he did get a fastball right down the middle, but all right. Just takes 1 inning for this ball club to go off. Now they got to shut the door. Now they got to close it out. Got a lot to recap from this game. I want to make sure I take my notes right now. Man, these 8th and 9th innings have taken forever. My gosh. Okay. So I'm making my points right now. Don't forget, stay on after the game because we are going to be doing a little recap. 3-0 Phils as we go to the bottom of the 9th. 9th inning. Duran. Making sure that I have my notes ready. This team, man. They're a crazy team. All right. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We have 225 people watching. Don't forget that we're also going to be on for tomorrow afternoon's Phillies game. They'll wrap up their series against the Twins. But first and foremost, we have 3 more outs to go. Let's get the shutout. Great way to start a comeback. I agree with that, man. Defense. 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 I don't know who was worse, July. Who was worse in July, Stott or Marsh? Where'd Chicken go? He went to the egg. No, I'm kidding. That was bad. That was a bad one. I like Chicken in the egg, though. Christian Pache is going to come out there defensively for the Phils. Marsh is out in center field, I believe, and Matt Strom's going to come into the ball game. He has a 1.93 ERA. I will tell you, he's 0 for 4 in save opportunities, and he's looking to right that ship today. So here we go. Pitch number 1 inside for a ball. Lee is up to bat. He's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the 7th, though. 1 ball, no strikes. Strom gets set at just above the letters, kicks, delivers, and he throws that one outside for ball 2. So far he can't find the strike zone. Wonder if maybe he had too much time to warm up. Just kidding. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. And that's taken right down the pipe at 91 miles per hour for strike 1. JJ's not a dad, but he sure has the dad jokes. Absolutely, I do. Where's Gettysburg at? 2-1, swing and a miss. How on earth did he go at that cutter? I mean, it was a good cutter, but that was way inside and heading towards the dirt. I agree with that, KGB. I agree. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 9th. Phillies lead it 3-0. Strom on the bump and the 2-2 on the way. On the inside corner for a called strike 3. And there's one gone in the bottom of the 9th. Freeze frame on the inside corner. And Strom framed it perfectly. And Lee goes down looking on strikes. Whew. So that's how the first out is made, and now Matt Wallner is coming up to the plate. You're the best, man. All right, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Nobody on, 1 out, and the first pitch in this at-bat. Ground ball hit over to third, backhanded by Bohm, and the throw across the diamond is in time. Manuel Margot came in to pinch hit for Matt Wallner. And just like that, the Twins are down to their final outs. And all is up to Austin Martin. There was no score heading into the 9th inning. And then the Phillies were able to muster up 3 runs on a sac fly by Marsh and a 2-run double by Nick Castellanos. Martin up, and the pitch. That should have been called a strike. It was a beautiful slider that caught the inner third of the zone, but it's called a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Austin Martin. The 1-0 pitch, and he takes a cutter in there for strike 1. Hit that thumbs up button, baby. Robo-up, says Darth Boo. He did sub. He likes us. The 1-1 pitch barely misses low, and that was the right call. And Martin almost thought about going after it. 3-0 Phils, bottom of the 9th. Nobody on, 2 outs, 2 balls, 1 strike to Martin. The next pitch, and that's fouled back, and just like that, the Twins are down to their final strike. 148 likes. Let's get to 221 because we got 221 people tuning in on here. Phillies fans standing on their feet at Target Field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Matt Strom able to close the door. He gets his first save on the season, and the Phillies tie the series at 1 apiece. They win tonight's game by a final score of 3-0. Ring the bell. The Philadelphia Phillies win. Woo! So Gregory Soto gets the win out of all people. Wow. I have thoughts on this game. I'm going to recap everything. And again, first and foremost, thank you all so much for being here, for helping us get through all the technical difficulties that we had to deal with OBS. We used StreamYard. Thankfully, everything worked. We'll test out OBS and see what's going on. So that's why I didn't have my original setup, the scores up there, my title, and all that sort of stuff. So I apologize. It should be back up and running tomorrow. So Soto's now 2-3. Duran is now 5-4, and Strom just got his first save of the season. All right. Before I give it to you guys, we had 182 people tuning in. So here are my notes on this game. First and foremost, Zack Wheeler was special. Zack Wheeler tonight was A+. You needed him to have a fantastic outing in order for the Phillies to even be in striking distance. And he was powerful on the bump tonight. He's my player of the game because they don't even win this game without Zack Wheeler. Seriously, he was A+ tonight. You want to know what his stat line was? I'll tell you what his stat line was. He went 7 innings, allowed 3 hits, no earned runs, had 7 strikeouts, and he threw 107 pitches. Only 2 walks allowed as well. Hoffman pitched really well. It got a little bit shaky in that 8th inning, but here is where I get into my little negative here, and I'm not just gonna shrug this off. Okay, Rob in that situation should not have gone to Gregory Soto. I thought that was a very bad move. Hoffman just struck out Santana, who's batting on the left side, and now Kepler's coming up. Kepler, has had success against Soto because he's faced him 12 times, and he was 4 for 12, and he walked him. Now, they did luck out that Jeffers, for some reason, is up in the count 3-1, and he thinks he gets his pitch, and he grounds out to third to end that inning. The Twins get a run there, the game's over. Phillies don't come back from that, most likely. So, I thought that Rob dodged a bullet, and I thought that he took trust out of Jeff Hoffman, and that was not correct. That was not the right thing to do. And I thought that he relied a little bit too heavily on just the lefty on lefty matchup. But Soto, give him credit for getting out of the inning, and Al Bohm making that play over at third. The other thing that really bothered me today, bro, Johan Rojas can't get picked off over at first. You're having a hard time getting on base. Why on earth are you leaving first base? Well, why are you leading off so far over at first? That bothered me too. I can't lie. And I'm happy that Wes Wilson came in to pinch hit for him because that was the right move by Rob. And even though Wilson popped up, I'll take that move any day. Because Rojas really, honestly wet the bed in that particular situation. You can't make that out there over at first. You can't. Now my positives. Let's go back to that 9th inning. First of all, Turner flies out to right. Harper gets on. He hits a 100-mile-per-hour pitch and gets on with an opposite field double. This Duran guy's really good. Okay, like you see like 99-mile-per-hour splitters from this guy. This guy is good stuff. He was not on today, but part of the reason why is because Harper gets on with that double, puts up a great at-bat, and then, Bohm takes pitches, gets on with a walk, and then where the game changed was when JT came up to the plate and had that incredible at-bat. Some of those pitches were so close. And great job by Will Little to actually call those pitches balls because they were balls. And not by much. So JT's at-bat, I thought, was the game changer. I mean, Harper's hit was great, but JT getting on to load the bases, that puts the runner over at third. And that was clutch. And then Marsh gets the sac fly. And then Castellanos puts up an incredible at-bat. I mean, that was his best. I think that was his best overall at-bat of the season in that 9th inning. It's a 3-2 count. The home plate umpire, Will Little, should have called the 2-1 pitch ball 3. It wasn't called ball 3. And he gets on with that 2-run double, so it actually worked out better for us anyways. And then Strahm pitched a very good bottom of the 9th. The double was clutched by Castellanos. This game was so frustrating, but this is why you got to play all 27 outs. And, yeah, I took a lot from Zack Wheeler's performance. He was fantastic. But great at-bat by JT. Great at-bat by Castellanos. What matters is that they produce in the clutch. And that's all I asked for. And they did. They stepped up today when it mattered. And they didn't even have the best game offensively. But Wheeler puts you in that position. So, all right. So happy that JT is back. I agree. And also, I can't forget about this either, but the wild pitch happens. JT makes a beautiful throw over to third, and Bohm drops it. And I actually think if he would have caught that, the runner over at third could have been out. Just like when Trey, honestly, it was a great throw out in left field that was made by Matt Wallner. But Trey should have never extended that single into that double. That was the same inning that Johan Rojas got picked off. They could have gotten some runs in that inning, and all that bothered me. But at the end of the day, that gets erased by a win. Even though it's not fully out of my mind, I'm happy that they won. Those things are still going to be part of my takeaway for tonight's game. Good umpiring. Overall, it was. So, those are my takeaways from tonight's game. That's really how I feel. You know, Kyle Schwarber's been struggling, and Bryson Stott, man, I don't know what to do about Bryson. That I am concerned about Stott. I can't sugarcoat that either. I've been saying that for a little bit of time. He should have never. I understand that you're getting a fastball right down the middle, but I think in that ninth inning you got to take that pitch. You know, the guy just came in to pitch. Joan doesn't have his stuff, and he just got taken out of the game. Stott should have taken that pitch. But overall, I'm happy that this team won. It feels so much better being tied up 1-1 than it does being down 0-2. Not sure how else to make donations. So yeah, so you click the money icon. It's literally right next to the live chat. Do you see like where the emojis are? The emojis. It says like add emotes. And then it says show your support for play-by-play with JJ. If you click that $sign icon, that's how you donate. You got to put your credit card info on there and stuff like that. That's the only way to donate. But I do appreciate each and every one of you for coming on here. How would you describe that game? One word, man. One word to describe that game. That was a thrower. She was unable, JJ. Oh, yeah, there's no other way then. I do have a PayPal. I have to re-upload that link, though. I keep forgetting to do it. I will do that. I have to update my LINKTREE, and I would definitely do that. So I'll let you know when I get that fixed. Fantastic, says Vigilant Tracker. One word to describe that was a duel. Woods Richardson honestly pitched really well out there for them today. So excited. Phillies won and training camp starts tomorrow for the Birds. Nice commentary tonight. Tried to make a donation, but had password issues on Google Play and got annoyed. I appreciate you trying. I really do. You know, thank you. Thank you so much for showing all your love and support on here. That means the world to me. Good win experience with good friends on the stream, says Vigilant Tracker. And the plate discipline in that ninth inning. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need. When they put up good long at-bats, that's what I bang my drum on. That's what they need, man. That's all it takes. That's how you win games. So, best pitching duel in a while. Where did that come from? Yeah. I don't know. The Castellanos at-bat was his best at-bat of the season. I'm just talking about the at-bat. Payoff pitch, ninth inning. Phillies need some insurance runs. And he came through and went the opposite way. And should have really gotten on with a walk. What happened to the inning and the scoreboard? Yeah, so I was not able to use OBS, which is my usual platform tonight. And we had to improvise and make do. So that's what happened to the scoreboard. And that's what happened to OBS. It crashed on me like 5 different times. And I have to figure out why. All right, love you all to death. I'm going to catch you all on the next one. Tomorrow's game is at 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be back on for that game. We'll be covering that. The Twins, I don't think that they've decided who they're going to use yet, but Aaron Nola is going to be on the mound, and hopefully Nola has a good outing tomorrow. The weather also apparently is supposed to be really nice. Again, it's a 1:10 p.m. Eastern Time start. So that is 12:10 their time. All right. I love you all to death, and I will catch you all on the next one. Good night, and Lila Tove. Go Phils. Oh, Paddock is pitching? Okay, well, that wasn't updated by ESPN, but okay. Maybe it may be a bullpen game, and then he comes in for maybe the second or third, but all right, thanks for letting me know. We'll see once they actually say it. All right, catch you all.